Okay. Number 7, another fire. Okay, kaya ang requirement, fire loss uli. But look at the variation. Ha? So tingnan mo yung variation sa problem. Dito sa number 6, nakaspecify sa problem yung company's policy. Okay? Doon sa number 5, naka-specify sa problem na yung rate ng current year, same lang last year. So ngayon namang number 7, okay, silent. Hindi sinabi kung anong gagawin dun sa GPR. So, this one, given are the following. Okay? So, nangyari yung fire August 13 of the current year. Okay? So, yun nga, missing yung ending, yung inventory on that date. Yun ang i-estimate natin para makuha natin yung fire loss. Okay. Now, yung gross profit rate the last 3 years, okay? So given yung sales and gross profit, okay? So na-compute na rin yung GPR. So 3 year prior to the current year, 30%. 2 year prior to the current year, okay? So 26%. So yung last year, yung prior year, 34. So notice 30, 26, 34. Walang visible pattern. So kung sana lang kung sana, yung 26 na yan ay naging let's say 32. Oh, 30. Tapos naging 30, let's say lang naging 32. Tapos naging 34. May visible pattern. So we can safely say that the policy of the company is to increase the rate by 2 percentage points. Kaya logically, ang magiging rate sa current year, okay, 36%. So that's a valid assumption. Okay, kung ganun ang situation, kung 30, 32, 34. So valid na yung next year, yung current year, 36. Okay? So kaya lang, 30, naging 26, naging 34. Walang visible pattern. So pagka ganyan ang situation, okay, para mag-arrive tayo sa reasonable estimate, gagamit tayo ng average. At paano yung average? 30 plus 26 plus 34. So yung total, i-divide mo ng 3. So 30 plus 26 plus 34, divide by 3. So the average GPR is 30%. So use average, okay? So to arrive at a reasonable estimate. So again kung may visible pattern, then pwede natin gamitin yung pattern. Okay? Pero kung wala, katulad yan sa problem, then use average. So if the GPR is 30, then the cost ratio is 70%. So again, that's what we need. Yung cost ratio talaga. So kino-compute yung GPR para ma-compute yung cost ratio. The rest, same dun sa previous two problems. So paano ma-estimate yung ending inventory? Get available for sale. Minus mo yung portion sold. So you will get estimated ending inventory. Okay, so inventory beginning given. This one. Okay, unfortunately, purchases, okay, not given. So yung January 1 to the date of fire, August 30, not given. So this time, we need to compute using correlation of the accounts. Okay? So pag nag-debit ng purchases, normally anong kinikredit? Accounts payable. So analyze the related account. And that is this one. Accounts payable. Okay. So given yung beginning, given din yung ending. Given din yung payments to suppliers January 1 to August 13. Okay? So to get purchases, analyze accounts payable. So pwede tayong gumamit ng T account. Okay? So take note of the figures, beginning, ending, payments. So this one. To compute purchases, use correlation of the accounts. Okay? And the related account for purchases, accounts payable. So beginning, ending. Purchases, the missing figure, payments. Supply the amounts. Okay, given, beginning, ending. January 1 to August 13, payments. No other, okay, transactions affecting accounts payable. Okay, so balancing figure purchases. So how to get purchases? Ending. Work back, okay, work back from ending. Plus the payments minus beginning. So ending plus mo yung payments minus mo yung beginning. Okay? So the balancing figure, purchases. Now, in case of doubt, double check. Okay, how? Beginning plus purchases minus payments. So beginning plus purchases minus payments dapat mag-tie up dun sa ending. Okay, so in case of doubt lang. So actually yung iba pag sanay na hindi na nag-TT account. So kaya lang para okay, pampakalma kasi yan pag nakikita mo yung mga figures So pag nakikita mo kung saan nakalagay yung mga figures na yan. Okay, so pero iba diretso na plus minus na lang sa calculator. So yung mga advanced level na. Okay, so tayong mga nagsisimula pa lang, sige okay lang yan, T-account lang tayo. So para safe din. Okay, so inventory beginning given plus purchases as computed. So yan na yung total goods available for sale. Less the portion sold. Sales, okay, so the portion sold, sales times the cost ratio. Okay, the cost ratio is 70%. Unfortunately, hindi given yung sales. So para makuha sana yung cost of sales, sales times 0.7, the cost ratio. So in this problem, another correlation. So hindi given yung sales, ko-compute natin. And this time, anong related sa sales? Pag nag-credit ng sales, normally, anong dinidebit? Accounts receivable. So similar to purchases, mako-compute natin yung sales by analyzing the related account. Accounts receivable. So this one. Okay. So accounts related to sales. This one. AR given beginning, ending. Given din yung collections. Okay, January 1 to August 13. So take note of the figures. So meron na tayong beginning, meron tayong ending, meron tayong collections. So again, pwedeng plus minus na lang. Work back from ending. So how to get sales? Ending. Work back from ending. Plus yung collections. Minus beginning. So pagka advanced level na, pwedeng ganyan na lang. Calculator, yan. Kaya sabi nila, accounting to, plus minus. Okay? So ending plus collections minus beginning. So you will get sales. Or again, okay lang yan. Okay? Pagka na lilito pa, mag-T account para safe. Okay? Analyze AR. Okay? So ito yung beginning. Ito yung ending. Ito yung collections. Ang missing, sales. So provided yung beginning. Provided yung ending. Provided yung collections. So ang missing figure, sales. Wala nang ibang transactions. Walang returns. Yan. So walang write-off. So walang other transactions. So as noted earlier, how to get sales? Ending plus yung collections minus yung beginning. Okay? So again, pagka medyo nalilito pa, mag-T account ka. Pampakalma. So ending plus the collections minus beginning. Sales. Again, in case of doubt, so kung may oras ka pa naman mag-check ka, double check para safe. So kasi ang kalaban natin minsan pag madali yung problem, carelessness Okay? So kahit na alam mong isolve pero careless ka, nako, pwede pa rin magkamali. So double check. Beginning plus sales minus collections, dapat makuha mo yung ending. So beginning plus sales minus collections, so dapat tie up dun sa ending. Okay, so available for sale as noted earlier. Okay, minus the portion sold, cost of sales. Sales as computed times 0.7. Okay? So, available for sale minus the portion sold. So, the difference, ending. So, yan yung estimated inventory na mangyari yung fire. And again, kung silent na ha, kung silent, yan na rin yung na-destroy. Kaya lang, may binanggit na problem. This one. Okay? So, ito na ha, yung estimated inventory on the date of fire. Kaya lang, may additional information. On the date of fire, merong goods out on consignment. So kung yung goods na yan ay out on consignment, wala yan sa bodega. Wala yan sa company's premises. Nandoon yan sa consignee. Okay? So what does it mean? Hindi yan na-destroy. So hindi siya na-damage. So dahil wala siya sa warehouse, minus natin yan. So goods out on consignment, not destroyed. So not in the warehouse. So the rest, yun yung nandun sa warehouse. At dahil silent na, the rest destroyed by fire. So number 7, letter C. Okay, now, yung number 7, number 6, at number 5, okay, ang common sa kanila, lahat sila trading companies. Okay, so buy and sell lang. So buy, then sell. Okay, paano kung yung company, manufacturing entity? Okay, that's number 8. Siyempre, kapag manufacturing company, buy materials, convert the materials into finished goods, then sell. So kaya merong materials, may goods in process, merong finished goods. Tapos syempre para yung materials ay ma-convert sa finished goods, may direct labor, may overhead, may costs of conversion. So kaya mas mahaba yung formula. Okay? So kumpara sa trading. Pero yung concept, similar lang din naman. Okay? Ima-manipulate pa lang yung cost of goods sold formula. Okay? So now